How's it going, everyone? Logan here from allstrongfitness.org, back with another video for you today. If you are somebody who is struggling with taking a lot of medication in your life and you want to reduce the amount of medication you are taking and potentially get rid of it altogether, you are in the right place. We are going to go over a few different things that you can do today that will help to improve your health and also reduce the need for medication. But before we get to that, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We make a lot of videos on improving your health and wellness to overall reduce medication use. So let's take a look at some of the things that you can do to help get rid of that medication. So you're probably asking, well, I went to the doctor and he told me I need this medication to help treat whatever I'm going through. And that is absolutely true for most individuals who are going through a lot of chronic ailments like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, all these things. I would never say to not take your medication just in spite of it. But what we should do is work a little bit more on our behaviors in addition to this. So instead of just focusing on the medication as a quick fix, the best way to actually get rid of that medication altogether is to focus on different types of things in our life that are actually making us more unhealthy and increasing the use of our medication. So what are some of these things? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at 4 things that you can do that will actually help to reduce the need for medication and overall improve your health. The first thing is physical activity. This is something we all know and we get badgered in every single day into our heads, get your exercise in, go for a walk, get on the treadmill, lift some weights. All these things we know are good for us, but this will greatly reduce the need for medication. Whenever you go out for a run or do resistance training, it increases blood flow throughout the body. It helps to build some muscle mass, which helps to counteract some of those negative health issues when it comes to diabetes. In addition to this, having a stronger heart through cardio will also help to reduce some of the need for some of those heart medications. So long story short, if you are not already implementing at least a little bit of physical activity into your daily routine, highly recommend it. If you need a couple different programs to help guide you through the way, I actually made a couple low impact exercise programs that you can check in the link down in the description. They both have a few different exercises that I use with a lot of older adults and individuals with special needs to help them improve their fitness and health. Make sure to stay till the end of the video for my favorite tip that will help to reduce the need for medication for you. All right, so maybe your physical activity is okay, but what about your diet? Are you somebody who, when you go out to eat, you're always picking the pizza, the ice cream, all the fattening options that are high in calories and can lead to a lot of these health issues that we need medication to counteract? Well, if that is you, it's a good time to assess your diet. If you are stuck between picking a ice cream and a banana, that's a tough decision, but remember the big goal here. We're trying to stop using medication. And ice cream is totally okay to have every now and again, but instead of that, let's try to add maybe a little more fruit into our diet. Let's add a little more veggies and lean proteins, right? All these things that we know. It seems simple, but doing these things will increase the nutrients in our body and ultimately reduce the need for medication. Perhaps you're not quite ready yet to fully get rid of your diet, but what about your sleep patterns? Sleep is the time that allows us to recover from all the stresses and activities that we're doing through the day. It allows our muscles to recover. It allows our nervous system to recover. It allows our brain and mind to recover, right? All these different things sleep helps with tremendously. So when you think about going to bed for yourself, do you spend hours of time looking at television or maybe spending time on the computer before you actually go up to bed? If this is the case, that's a huge problem. This is cutting into the productive sleep time that you can be having for yourself that will ultimately allow you to reduce the amount of medication you're using. So instead of doing these things where you're staying up all night, watching television, all these things that just cloud your brain with garbage, try to get to bed at a decent hour. I personally like reading a good book before I go to bed because it still gives me a little bit of stimulus for my mind, but helps me to not have a lot of that blue light, which can actually affect your sleep greatly. All right, so the last and final thing that you can do to help reduce the need for medication is manage your stress. What do I mean by that? Stressors come in a wide variety of things. This could be stress from work, stress from relationships, stress from money. All different things can compound and lead to more stress on our body. And of course, not all stressors are actually bad. Stuff like a new child coming into our life, maybe a promotion at work where you're a little more busy. These things are not necessarily bad for you, but they still are a stressor that can compound and ultimately lead your body to need specific time to recover. If you can limit negative stressors in your outside world to the best of your ability, that is going to greatly reduce the need for medication. This is simply because long-term stress can lead to a lot of inflammation throughout your entire body, which, as we know, long-term inflammation leads to numerous chronic diseases. So there we have it, 4 simple things that you can do to reduce the need for medications for yourself. What do you think? Have you started any of those? Are you going to? Let me know down in the comments below which thing you are going to start to helpfully reduce the amount of medication that you need throughout your day-to-day life. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. We make a lot of videos, as I said earlier, on health and wellness to reduce medication for individuals of all abilities. If you did need that inclusive low-impact exercise program, it is down in the description box. You can go grab one for yourself. Otherwise, thank you so much for clicking on the video, and make sure to check out the next video from my channel that YouTube's gonna recommend for you. I'm out of it, to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away.